Hello, welcome to Glorious Miniatures. My name's Jolyon, and in today's video we'll be unboxing the Cathayan Grand Battalion. Without further ado, let's get into it.
As you can see, we've got some cannons, got some horsey people, we have foot troops. Very nice. Let's have a look at the back. Slightly better picture. Now, I've already cut open the stickery things. Apologies there. But we've got the Cathayan Grand Cannon and the Fire Rain rocket battery that can build, so it can build two options, basically, the cannon. The Jade Lancers are the horsies, and we've got the Jade Warriors being the foot troops. So that's that, and there's also transfers on the bottom, as you can see right there, hopefully. And yeah, so let's just have a look. So we've got instructions, many people, and another command sprue. Horses, even more horses. 2 cannon sprues, transfers, and many, and many more bases, I promise. So we've got all the bases you require. Let's have a rummage through and see what's what. All right, before we have a look at anything, let's have a look at the transfer sheet. So we've got a variety of colors for our squiggly things here. Gold and silver and white. We have black, green, and red. Those colors are basically replicated across the entire transfer sheet, bar a few things. So you got all these sort of motifs right here and stuff like that, all in similar colors here and here as well. Here, so the only things we don't really get to see in, I guess, these colors, the green, red, and black, are these motifs right here. They're only in gold and silver. There are white versions of those, but that is that. I dig it. Not entirely sure what I would use them for. I suspect these are banners and stuff like that. I didn't get the horse, the banner bearers, unfortunately. I need to remedy that situation. I somehow forgot. I don't quite understand how, but it was definitely a me problem. But that is that. And then we'll have a look through the instructions, shall we? With the Grand Cathay Battalion. So you got, the normal sort of pictures and, you got your true scale, I guess, or 1-to-1 scale base sizes, so you can plonk it on there and know which one you've got. You've got your clippers, glue, and the dreaded mold line remover. Explanation of symbols, few choices of parts, and stage complete. Removal to allow different poses. The build number, that's obviously sometimes quite important. You can only build a certain amount of some things, so it's quite good to know that. Have a look at the Jade Warriors right here. You got, as we had a very brief look earlier, we've got 3 of each of those Jade Warrior sprues. The banner bearer, and then you've got, what is that? 6, I guess, total people, times 5, I guess, 30. The Jade Lancers are here. You've got the banner bearer right there as well. Shields and things and some weapons. And the horse, it's all scattered over those. Very good. And then you've got the cannons, 2 sprues right there of each, giving us what we need when it comes to decision making, something I always struggle with. But let's have a look at the instructions. So you got the multiple different head options and hair options. Very important to have some flashy hair. You got some auxiliary bits like pouches, water carriers, a kettle. Probably the most important part of any army. One needs hot tea. Looks like it's going to be, this is the champion, obviously, so it's 3 parts for the body. And you've got some arms with some hanging downy bits, fabric bits, head option, pouches and things. Looks like quite a simple build. The bodies all seem to be two parts, like for the torsos and legs at least, and then you slap on the head you want, any extras, and the arm options as well. It looks like quite not a painful build, hopefully. Two different weapon options. You got the halberd and the hand weapon and shield. Bodies are the same. Weapons are not. I like that the shield is separate, so it will allow you access to the torso when painting, not having to dive around the shield and potentially miss bits and pieces. Always a fan of that. And then you get pose B with the different weapon type, the sort of halberd type thing. These are all on 25mm bases. Pose D, sword and shield and halberd option. Pose E, same again. So there's only sort of 5 options for those, which is absolutely fine. Especially for rank and file stuff like that. You got the champion of the Jade Lancers. Horse is how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Oh yeah, that's counting. That was actually quite strenuous for me. 4 pieces, and then you got to worry about the head as well, like the armored bit of the horse's head. So I suppose really 5, but then you've got the officer himself with the weapon choice. Standard bearer. Got to have a standard. It's important to have standards. Musician with his drum. You can see right there. You got pose 1, pose 2. Pose 3, and that's it. They come on the 30x60mm bases. Sorry, pose D, and there's going to be a pose E, isn't there? Of course there is. So 5 poses for the horses. I got way too carried away then, for some reason. Oh, I know why. It was because I was thinking of the artillery. My brain was going ahead of myself. So you got some fleshy ogres to paint, which is always going to be a good time. And you got the artillery sort of crew as well. I guess I'm going to build one of both options. Just the eternal question is, what color scheme are we going to do? Now, I know when it comes to the Sentinel, I have got that on my throne, by the way. I have got a plan to paint that. I'm thinking bronze and with a suitable amount of weathering on top of it, like a bronze patina. That is the plan there, I think, if we ever get around to getting it. 25mm bases for that, though. The ogres are on 25 and 50. 25 by 50, excuse me. And that ogre is on a 40mm base. He's just standing there, not pulling a wheel or whatever he's doing. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Yeah. So that's the loader. The actual tank. I was looking at tanks all morning. The artillery, I suppose. 2 different options. I'm going to build both. That's basically it, really. You got the rocket options, and then you got the cannon options right there. And then you got the big sort of dragon mouth kind of thing. When you stick on the wheels, everyone's a winner. So that is that. Looking forward to building this. I've got to really knuckle down and get the color organized before we start painting it, but that will no doubt be a future video. All right, we've got the artillery right here. So as you can see, you've got the muzzle of the cannon. I believe that's the muzzle right there. You got the big dragony face thing with the wheel and just general artillery support. Ogre loader, we got the sort of other smaller people right there. We've got the rocket part of the option here. And then we should find the back end of the rockets are right here, actually. These are the sort of sticks the rockets are attached to, I guess, to help enable loading and stuff like that. So there should be enough to fill up these holes. There should be a strip of 3, which are right there. They go down the center, and then these 2 go either side, whichever way it's orientated. And as you can see, that's what the rocket looks like in its entirety. It's almost like stick with the rocket. So that's that, really. I'm looking forward to painting it. Got to figure out some sort of paint scheme for it, but shall be fun when we get around to it. Okay, we've got the horses right here. This is like a full triple sprue, or whatever it's called They've snipped it off to make it fill in the gaps. So what do we got here? Let's push that one to the side for a moment. We've obviously got the banner, as you can see. You saw these all on the instructions anyway, but it's always nice to see the actual sprue in itself. We've got the drums right here, the pair of drums, which go either side of the horse. Lots of hair. Very nice. Side of the horse with the sort of barding, I believe that's the phrase. I could be wrong. With them going to the reins. I suppose that's actually a rein rather than anything else. It is, just be wary of it. It is kind of, you know, they put this support bit of structure right here. I don't know if you can really see it. You might have to sort of attempt to zoom in. It sort of supports it, stops it from snapping, I guess, or being damaged. But do be wary of it. I do like these spears. They are rather snazzy. And then you've got the other bit of the sprue right here. With more horses on, more fabulous hair, more torsos, more bodies. More of the same, basically. So that's good. And then we've got the triple sprue right here of the Jade Warriors. Put that one to the side as again. You got your banner bearer. Nice amount of surface area for painting. It is not really sculpted. They've got the sculpted on the wrinkles of the fabric, but not sculpted on texture like on this thing below, which is a good option if you're planning on freehanding or indeed putting on your transfers. So as much as I do like a sculpted on banner, I do want to eventually be able to sort of freehand stuff properly, and this blank thing definitely gives us that option. So you got your fleshy people, you got their swords, sword options, heads right here, hair. You've got your halberds right here, various sorts of halberds. You got the sort of different serrated, I don't know, it's not serrated, different hooky bits. I like this crescent moon style one myself. I think that's quite snazzy. Anything to see on this side? Just the top of the drum right there. And we've got more shields, more heads, more hair. Yeah, that's basically all there is to it. There's nothing particularly complicated looking with this kit, and it's very nice to see. So yeah, that's all there is to it. I will be making a video on painting them at some point. I need to figure out exactly what scheme we're going to go with first, though, because that is going to be the main issue in when it comes to painting them. Well, apart from getting the time to paint them, of course, but one problem first, then we can move to the other. So basically, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and all that kind of subscribe kind of stuff. That would be great if you can do that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.